Hello, my name is YOrion, and today we'll be doing the first ever video on the channel. Today we'll be drafting Double Master 2022. Alright, we are looking at our first pack, and Obzon Ascendancy, that is a nice one for the +1/+1 counter strategy. Panharmonicon could be a fun one to build around. Like, we could take Panharmonicon Mold Drifter, try and go into the Flicker deck, or Obzon Ascendancy Thrive, maybe, but I feel like that's going to be a little weaker than Mold Drifter stuff. So, other than that, notable cards are Agony Warp is just some cheap removal. Grapple with the Past, Aqueduct, definitely a good one. But besides that, this pack's pretty weak, besides the Mold Drifter. So, yep, we'll just snap these two up. If you didn't know, you get 2 picks in the first pack. And then from there, you get only 1 pick. And then that's repeated in the next 3 packs. Okay, here we have a Nephelia Smuggler for some Flicker stuff. If we want to delve into more Flicker, which we are pretty set up to do. There's also a Momentary Blink, which is a great card for the deck. Same with Sensor Splicer. But I think getting the Ways 2 Flicker is just much harder than the Flicker targets themselves, so we'll just take the Smuggler here. Arjun is also pretty decent as a 5/5 or 6 with flying, but with a lot of removal in the set, it's just, I feel it's a little underwhelming. Here we have not much. I guess there's a Forbidden Alchemy, which is nice, but then there's Cryptic Spires, Transmutation's alright. Yeah, this pack is pretty bad for us. Like, the rare and uncommon is pretty unplayable. I guess just take the Cryptic Spires here, since it's playable in any deck. So yeah, hopefully we can pick up some more Flicker stuff, and we can actually build a nice Flicker deck. Otherwise, we might have to delve into whatever's open. Here for pick 4, what do we have? This is a Phantom draft, so Cavern of Souls isn't worth anything. Plus the MTGO rates are much lower than the hard cards, and even the hard cards are worth much less than they originally were during pre-release. I guess we could just... This is just looking really bad for us starting. We could take the Transmutation or the Elder. Maybe take the Thought Scour, just like a playable card. We could take the Pirate's Pillage and delve into blue-red bits a bit. I think I like the Thought Scour here over maybe the Altasaur or anything, but yeah, Thought Scour. And here we have, okay, now we're actually getting something. There's the Carnarium, but we're not close to being in those colors yet. There's the Settle Beyond Reality, pretty good removal spell, especially for Flicker stuff. Deranged System, pretty decent ramp. Seeker Squire and Necrotic Ooze are pretty good as well. But I think the Settle Beyond Reality is going to be just pretty good removal, all in all. And then, yeah, besides that, Calls of the Feast is also pretty good. Okay, here we have Momentary Blink over Cryptic Spires or Disfigure. Disfigure is like okay removal. Good against the aggro decks, but besides that, not much else. It's just medium removal. Ingenious Scab I've seen do lots of work. Any card with prowess is always good. But here we just take the blink, move into Azorius Flicker. And here we take a Crypto Expires. Darksteel Plate is okay, but it's not going to be great in our deck, especially since it's going to be unequipped most of the time, especially when we're flickering our stuff. So yeah, just take a Cryptic Expires here over Ingenious Scab or Misfire Adept. And here, could just take Spell Pierce. There's no black in this pack to note. God's Willing's okay, as maybe a one of. Is it League Guild Mage? Is pretty decent, but we're pretty far from the Prowess deck, or is it for that matter? I guess we could take League Guild Mage and see where that ends up. It's just a more open pick rather than Spell Pierce. Yeah, we'll take the Guild Mage, especially how late it is. So right now our like blink stuff is just Panharmonicon, Settle, and Momentary Blink, and Vitellia Smuggler. Muldrifter can be played in either deck, so we're happy to have that. Thought Scour pretty good in the Prowess decks if it turns out to be open. Momentary Blink would be okay in the Prowess just to help avoid stuff. And here, okay, we have Relief Captain. That's definitely a good one for the Flicker deck. No red of note, so maybe red's getting a little cut. So let's move this over here. Just take the Relief Captain over like Capture Sphere. Capture Sphere is medium removal in the set because there's like an entire archetype that flickers stuff, so it's not as great. Here we have either Deep Analysis or Relief Captain. Again, think we just take the Relief Captain and try and pick up some cheaper creatures. No, we'll take Deep Analysis. Deep Analysis is just good. Here, Jeskai Charm still in the pack, so I guess we could go into the kind of prowess splashing red. Or we could just take the Leonin Arbiter just to hate some people, but we'll take the Jeskai Charm. It's just higher upside if we do go into those colors. And now here we've got a Jeskai Elder, which is good with the Relief Captain at the moment. Pirate's Pillage is also nice, but we can pick up another one easily enough. So far, the deck doesn't really completely know where it's going. Like, we could do some fun flicker stuff, but we're not entirely in it yet. Okay, here we have a Deranged Assistant as some neat little ramp over Quaddle or Valor. It's okay, like, we've got some stuff. And there's a Wheeling Guild Mage, okay, and a Scab. I believe there's a Scab in the next pack, so if there's a Scab here, there's probably one Wheeling. Or an Anointer or Valor. Maybe it wasn't in that pack. Oh well, League Guild Mage are probably it's just better here. We don't have 3 drops, but the Guild Mage is just super strong if we do go into like Splash Red for Jeskai Charm and the Guild Mages. 2 Cryptic Spires, happy to have right now, just because the fixing's always good. Looking for maybe like some Azur's Chanceries or any of the bounce lands. Okay, here we have a Aether Snipe. That's a pretty good flipper card. Same with Sensor Splicer. There's also a Lightning Bolt if we want to delve more into red. Bloodforge Battle Axe is okay, but not the greatest. And again, same with the Darksteel Plate. It's gonna be often the unequipping from flickering. Hardened Scales, pretty good in the right archetype. Just this isn't one it. If we had the Absalom Charm, it would be pretty good, but oh well. Here we take probably the Aether Snipe. This is just a good flicker thing. And then our second picks would either be the Sensor Splicer or the Bolt. Bolt is just a good removal. Sensor Splicer. We saw one in the last pack and it didn't wheel, so that's a little disappointing. And I think Sensor Splicer might just be the pick since we already have Settle, Beyond Reality, Panharmonicon, Momentary Blink, and Smuggler, so it definitely has a lot of flicker stuff. We might need some early game, so Lightning Bolt is fine. We're not guaranteed in red yet anyway, so we're not trying to force red. Yeah, just take the Sensor Splicer here. Next pack, we have a Lay of Sky Knight over like a Vampire Sovereign, Cryptic Spires, or Extract from Darkness. Zur is interesting, but I don't think it's really that playable. So just a Sky Knight. The Sky Knight has overperformed for me multiple times, being able to lock something down, and when you're able to flicker it and keep locking stuff down, it's just been super powerful. And being able to detain like non-land permanents that might come up was also relevant. If we're splashing red, we might, like League Guild Mages are pretty strong, Jeskai Charm, but it might just, we might need to cut red depending on like if we get enough strong cards by itself. The Thought Scour here is pretty medium, but it's a card. It can like mill stuff or maybe Momentary Blink or whatever, but just it's medium. Deep Analysis has always been pretty overperforming. Here we have a Drog Skull Reaver. Now that is a card that, if not dealt with instantly, can swing the game. We're also in the complete opposite colors of Raw Farm, so sadly it's not a consideration. Pyro Archangel's okay, just a big beefy creature with flying. But 8 mana, it's pretty expensive. Drog Skull Reaver is a little more, like slightly lower, but definitely is a pretty powerful card. And we have Deranged Assistant for ramp. Other cards in here are like Momentary Blink, Cryptic Spires, Forbidden Alchemy, maybe Capture Sphere. But yeah, Drog Skull Reaver, just a good card. And here we have a Thistledown Liege. That can pump nearly all of our creatures. So that's pretty good pickup. Other good cards are God's Willing and Tower Gargoyle. It's just a 4/4 flyer for 4, which is pretty good stat base. But yeah, just a Thistledown Liege here. And now we can take. What do we want to take? Aether Mage's Touch? Like, get Aether Snipe, Mold Drifter, Sensor Splicer, Leaf Captain, Thistledown, Lev. It's actually looking pretty decent in this. And we have a lot of creatures for it to hit. Foil Crucible. I would have never made it if this was a Phantom. Here, I think we just take the Cryptic Spires over the Seeker. Like, we do have a lot of creatures, and we want a lot of creatures for, like, Aether Mage's Touch purposes and the Leaf Captain, so just take the Cryptic Spires here. And, okay, Thousand Year Storm. I sadly don't think we're going to play that. Simic Growth Chamber, not in our colors, sadly. Deranged Assistant could definitely be a pickup here over Jeskai Charm. Just as like a ramp creature. And we already have one Jeskai Charm. I don't think we need the second. Like, it's pretty decent. But yeah, just take the Deranged Assistant to ramp into our 5 and 6 drops. Like, taking the Jeskai Charm there could have been correct, but in the end, I think that we might just end up cutting the red altogether and just go straight black or blue-white. And here, a Battlefield Promotion or an Ingenious Scab. Probably take the Scab just because it's a creature, and it's pretty decent. And now we can have more targets for Aether Mage's Touch and Thistledown Liege to help pump. And we've got Thought Scour, Momentary Blink, Aether Mage's Touch, to get instant speed prowess triggers. Maybe Jeskai Charm. Okay, here. This is our pack wheel. We can take Spell Pierce for the sideboard over Misfire Adept. So yeah, Spell Pierce just as a sideboard card against some of the more controlling decks. All in all, our deck's looking pretty well shaped. Thought Scour might get the cut still. We'll see if we can get any more prowess stuff. Like, we've got Jeskai Elder and Ingenious Scab as prowess. We could copy it with Lead Guildmage if we for only 3 mana to draw 2. Here, Traveler's Amulet to help splash. I don't think we want that. Extract from Darkness is pretty good, but I think we're pretty far away from casting that. I mean, we could take Extract. Guess just the Pirate's Pillage. Just ramp into our stuff. Here, Imperial Archangel or Forbidden Alchemy. Probably just the Alchemy. We might be leaning into the ramp deck. Like a kind of weird ramp deck. Nah, let's take the Forbidden Alchemy. And then just some random stuff. Probably not playing the Winged Quaddle. And a Cryptic Spires or a Bloodwater Entity. Ugh. Yeah, let's go into the red and take the Bloodwater Entity. Like works with Aether Mage's Touch, Foil Crucible, and Spell Pierce. Like, Bloodwater Entities, okay. We've got Deep Analysis, Aether Mage's Touch, Pirate's Village, Settle, and some other fun stuff, but not a bunch. Here, we easily take this at Boiler Works as our pack 1. It's like Damnation and Planar Bridge, but we're not either of those decks. Bant Charm and Crackling Doom, just completely off color for us. Then Rift Bolt would probably be our second choice, so is it Boiler Works, and Rift Bolt move into like the more heavy red side. Yeah, over the Deranged Assistant. I think I like that. And here, Heroic Reinforcements. That is a definitely strong card. Over Cryptic Spires. Is it Charm? Firemind Vessel actually might be good as well. Heroic Reinforcements is just really strong. Gives everything haste. Sorcery speed though, so. This is a tough choice between Firemind or Heroic. Maybe is a Charm. Like, Firemind ramps into Aether Snipe, Drug, Skull Sensor, all this fun stuff. Let's take the Heroic Reinforcements. And, oh, okay. We see an Elsha of the Infinite get passed to us this late. Wow, that is just something. We don't have too many non-creatures, but it's still card advantage nonetheless. We've got Thought Scour, Momentary, Rift Bolt, Forbidden Alchemy, Jeskai, Panharmonicon, Deep Analysis, Aether Mage. Okay, we actually have a lot of non-creatures, so it doesn't look that bad in our deck. Here, just take a Mana Leak for some early interaction. And some good counter magic. Or like a Transmutation or Pirate's Pillage. Another Crucible. Jeskai Charm, Aether Snipe, or Cryptic Spires. Just take the Aether Snipe here. Just because we can evoke it to bounce stuff. Also a Pan. Probably wheeling Jeskai if... Wait, this is pick 11 cards, 60, so this is pick 6. Hopefully it wheels. So, yeah, looking at our non-creatures, we got Thought Scour, Momentary, Mana Leak, Rift Bolt, Forbidden, Jeskai, Panharmonicon, Deep Analysis, Aether Mages, Pirate's Village, Heroic, Settle. So yeah, Elsha's looking pretty decent. I'm not sure if taking that Drogskol Reaver back there was the correct thing to do, just because it's pretty expensive. But we've got 2 Deranged Assistants to help ramp into it. Here, we take the Bondkin to it's just an early creature. Yeah, I guess. Like, we're probably ending up cutting it. But we can sideboard it in against the aggro decks. Is 2 League Guild Mages too much? Maybe. Well, the Bloodwater entity is looking pretty good with the Heroic Reinforcements. Aether Mage's Touch. Yeah. The cool thing with Aether Mage's Touch is that you can cast it's an instant, so you can cast it at your opponent's end step. Get the creature, get the creature, and then you can attack with it on your turn. If you want to try and like set something up. Deep Analysis, Settle, how's the Panharmonicon looking? Let's see, we've got Bloodwater Entity, Layev Sky Knight, Leaf Captain, Sensor Splicer, Mole Drifter. Oh, okay. Prophetic Bolt. So yeah, Panharmonicon's looking pretty good, but here, just an easy Prophetic Bolt. Just such a strong card. Cast Warp is nice and all, but it's okay. Just pretty medium removal. And then a Forbidden Orchard we probably don't need for mana fixing. We're not that desperate. Just take the Izzet Charm here. Yeah, over Domestication or Scab. Planar Bridge Wheel. Maybe take the Deranged Assistant number 3 to help ramp into our Aether Snipes and stuff. Yeah, I think I like that. Another Izzet Charm or a Scab? Probably the Charm. And here, pretty much nothing. Guess maybe that Bloodwater Entity or Relief Captain. That's a good question. Probably the Relief Captain. And Jeskai Charm Wield. Perfect. Looking at cuts, we can probably cut down the Thought Scour. 1 Charm. Keep the foil one, because why not? Hero the games, it's okay. We might cut 1 Relief Captain. Like, it's okay, but not amazing. Definitely cut the Forbidden Alchemy here. Pirate's Village I like, because we have a bunch of expensive stuff. Let's cut the Relief Captain. And then we have 31 playables at the moment. We'll figure this more out during deck construction. So, let's see. Let's move the lands out of here. I guess cutting 1 Deranged Assistant good. We might... 1 Deranged Assistant. That one's foil. We'll keep that one. Scab is pretty medium. Um, let's Bloodwater Entities. Okay, like can get back momentary blink to try and loop that kind of stuff, but that wouldn't be getting us anywhere. Guess one lead guild mage. Yeah, like the lead guild mages are okay. Sort by color. See how that looks. White is a little lacking. We might just cut the relief captain because of the double white cost. Yeah. Blue is our pretty main color. So we'll figure out the Cryptic Spies. We're probably going to have one blue-red, all of them being blue. I guess we're not really a deep analysis deck, so we probably cut it. Like, it's usually in the more controlling decks, but I think we don't need it. Either may just touch. How is that looking in our deck? Like, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures. So it's nearly always going to hit a creature. Probably cut Rift Bolt. Like, it's okay, but not great. Probably want to run 17 lands. So cut the... Is it Charm? Yeah. And then the Jeskai Elder, since we're running low on prowess stuff. Sort by mana value. Curve's looking nice. Let's throw in the lands. Change color selection. Let's go blue-red for this one. I want all of the lands to be blue since we're base blue. Then add basics. Let's go down to base 1, try and figure things out. We have, so as we're base blue, we probably want 1, 2, a bit more blue lands. We have room for 9 lands, so we want more white for the Thistledown Liege, so 4, 3, 2 looks pretty good. Oh wait, I'm just dumb. I need to add more lands. And yeah, probably another mountain, 2 plains, and an island. We don't need the double white. Probably cut a plains for a mountain. There we go. And then here's our deck. And I will see you in game 1.
Alright, we're here in round 1 against Love Taps MTG. We won the die roll, so we'll be on the play. And this hand's missing red. It's got Mana Leak. We can't cast either Snake because of double blue. Or evoke it, so we'll probably just ship this hand. And, oof, 1 land hand. Gonna have to mulligan again. This is better. think we're gonna bottom the Aether Snipe and Pirates Pillage, just because we're missing the double blue to do it anyway, so being on the play kind of helps, so we got that going for us. We don't have anything till turn 5, sure, but as long as they're not an aggro deck, that shouldn't be too big of a problem. Mole Drifter helps a lot, so we'll just play land and go. Say go. Live Wire Lash, that's a little scary. Here we'll just evoke the Molten Drifter, just a divination. And that's the turn. Wingstead Rider, that's definitely worrying. But we can just cast Range Assist and yield to this turn. They don't equip the Livewire Lash, so they have something to cast. Or nothing, really. Interesting. They might be trying to hold up like a God's Wing or something. What could that be? Like maybe a Martial Glory? No, then they would have equipped the Livewire Lash. Let's just swing for one and see what happens, since we don't need the 1 mana. We cast a Sensor Splicer? Yeah, let's just cast a Sensor Splicer, try and let a guard down for them. See what they do. And now we have a decently sized board. Just a golem, really. That's all we have. And they have nothing. Probably have some sort of protection spell. They're probably gonna, equip the Lash. So it's gonna hurt for us to target it. Hyena Umbra, that's what I was worried about. Yeah. I was worried about him having, or this person having any kind of spell that targets, especially Hyena Umbra, now that's going to be much harder to kill. And pretty big, too. Let's see what we can top deck. Another land, that's not good. We Prof Bolt this and try and see where that gets us. Smill, see what we got. Just thistle down Liege. Let's Prophetic Bolt the Wingstead Rider just in case we can find removal. Burn us instead of the range assistant. And okay, we've got a Lay of Sky Knight to help block things down a bit. Aether Snipe. We'll take the Aether Snipe here so we can bounce it. And then any order really. Already played our land for turn, so that doesn't help too much. Swing for 3. And pass. Hopefully the Aether Snipe can help tempo things out a bit. If they don't kill us now. Spark Mage's Gambit would be a lot more damage, so if they have any spell that targets Wingstead Rider, we die. Looks like they don't, and Jeskai Charm is pretty good. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Yeah, let's just cast the Aether Snipe here. Aether Snipe can bounce the Wingstead Rider. Hopefully they... Okay, so they have nothing. Combat. Swing for 3. And pass the turn. Jeskai Charm being able to give lifelink can definitely help us. Oh, they're missing blue. That's an interesting thing. This does change some things about us looking at it. Prophetic Bolt. Yep. GG's. Well, guess on to game 2. Sideboarding against this kind of another kind of this deck. We probably want removal, so we're probably boarding in the Rift Bolt here. Spell Pierce is interesting, but I don't think we want it. Probably, we just want as much removal as possible against any kind of heroic-esque deck. So, guess cut. Mainly on the play is a little bit better, so we'll keep that in. Probably cut the Pirate's Pillage. And then throw it back in. Like, the Pirate's Pillage could definitely be good, but, oh well. We'll see you when round 2 starts. Here we are, game 2 against Love Taps MTG will be on the play. And this is much better than our original hands, so we'll keep it. We can cast Thistledown Liege, so looking pretty good. Our opponent mulligan down to 6, so play Perfect Spires and pass. And here, just islands I go. Do you want to evoke the Muldrifter or hardcast it? I think we just want to. Do we cast Bloodwater Entity? Or save it to rebuy Heroic Reinforcements? Let's save it to buy Heroic Reinforcements again and just evoke Muldrifter. They basic land cycle Fiery Fall. Getting probably a plane since they don't have one yet. Yep. And pass the turn. Here, we'll play planes and just pass, hold up Thistledown. Because we can just, the Heroic Reinforcements has haste anyway, so might as well get the buff from the Thistledown. And they have holding up 3 mana, so a little scared of any removal or counterspell, counter magic. Turn. Cast Thistledown Liege. It resolves, and do they have removal for it? Last Breath. Wow. That is something. Not normally seen very often. Now, do we want a heroic? I don't think we do. I think we just want to cast a sensor splicer here. Get the golem in and flicker target with our settle beyond reality. Yeah, last breath is not some removal I was expecting. Like, I guess it does exile our main flicker stuff. Ooh, black. That's interesting. Do we just run straight into their stuff? Probably. Let's lead with Nephelia Smuggler so we can cast heroic reinforcements, give the board haste. And swing in for a bunch if they don't have counter magic. Do they have them? Ooh, they're paying a cost. Let's see what they have. Prophetic Bolt, the Sensor Splicer. Wow. I mean, I guess it makes sense with the Smuggler. Because I can keep creating 3/3s, so. Yeah, that makes sense. But now we're going to swing in for 10 damage. Combat. Attack all. And I forgot to swing the land, but that's probably fine. Hopefully that land doesn't matter too much. Brindleshote. That is all fine. And a live wire lash. And equip. Okay, that's fine. Play the blue-red Cryptic Spire so we can get some more red. Do we swing with the golem? They're gonna probably trade for the golem. Let's move to combat. Swing with all of these 1/1s. Yep, they trade with the smuggler. That's fine by us. They get a 3/3. Second main phase. Cast the Bloodwater Entity, getting back heroic reinforcements. And then a Deranged Assistant. And pass. With Settle, we have a pretty strong late game, so heroic reinforcements over and over looks pretty good. Plus continuously exiling everything. Yep, so they scoop. And we're on to game 3. Here, we're definitely cutting the mana leak since it's worse on the draw than the play. And then we might just board in the League Guild Mage, as it might be more aggressive. They seem to be more controlling this time around. And League Guild Mages offer some early game and late game, so we'll put in the League Guild Mage. And then we're back. Like, the Pirate's Pillage could definitely help with, like, ramping into Aether Snipe, Drog Skull, whatever. Along with just smoothing our draws out, but it's 4 mana for that kind of effect, and we don't have really the time against this person. So yeah. Relief Captains could be okay, considering we've been being able to get a surprisingly large amount of creatures on the battlefield. Here, this is a keepable hand. We're missing white, but that should be fine since we can ram into an Aether Snipe full cost, and we're on the draw, so we'll probably find a white source soon enough. So, Cryptic Spires tap, pass, play an island, and pass. Double Just Sky Charm without white is hurting a bit, but oh well. A Seeker of the Way. And there's a Plains, perfect. Do we want to play the Deranged Assistant? Let's play the Deranged Assistant here, so we can ramp to, like, Aether Mage's Touch next turn, or just evoke Aether Snipe, play Boiler Works to get red online. we played the island instead of the plains there, just in case, like, we want to evoke the Aether Snipe instead of anything. I think here we just play plains and pass, hold up Aether Mage. Like, it's kind of a risky play, but go big or go home, I guess, yeah. Like, we could always just evoke the Aether Snipe, just kind of sad, but the Aether Mage's touch is just better on curve and looks a little better here. Plus, it might fear counter magic of any sort. Okay, let's try and flash in our Aether Mage's touch and see what we get. Okay, a Lay of Sky Knight and a Lead Guild Mage. Let's take the Sky Knight here. Put the rest on the bottom in random order. Enters battlefield, it will detain. It doesn't really matter, they're both attacking. We can always yield to this. And then we probably want to block the prowess creature rather than the winged set, just because if they do have like some sort of protection spell, they don't get a counter and rather just a temporary buff. They're letting damage happen. Sounds good. And then they are casting a Evoked Mole Drifter. And they don't have anything. Wow. Okay, here's a line we can do. We can play it, untap the plains, evoke Aether Snipe, and then Momentary Blink it. That could be good, but without two creatures, it's a little underwhelming. So I guess just here, play Boiler Works, bounce the land, swing for one, and pass. Hold up Blink just in case they try and, I don't know, remove Deranged Resistant with some, like, Hostage Taker effect. They found their next land. Yep. They take two. Please play creature. They do not. Panharmonicon. Okay. That is something for sure. Sure, why not? Let's cast it. It's a little riskier since it takes longer to set up, but it's also fun. Who doesn't like to have fun? And then, what do they have? End of turn? Nothing, hopefully. Nope, they're paying the cost of something. A Resto Angel. Oh, that's scary. Luckily, Aether Snipe can take care of things. Although we're okay, that's a little more scary. Into Pirate's Village. Yep. What we're probably gonna do here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, chump block with range assistant. And then next turn, evoke Aether Snipe, get the double trigger, and then momentary blink the Aether Snipe. To help slow things down because boy, we are taking a whole lot. And it's our turn. We play a red source, tap blue, blue, and 1. Evoke Mole Drifter, or Aether Snipe. Aether Snipe will bounce you, bounce you, and then we will Momentary Blink it, bounce you, and just bounce their entire board. And just like that, the board has been reset. We can do it all over again with flashing back Momentary Blink. Jeskai Charm helps give us a bit of life if needed, or some tempo. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana next turn, so we can Momentary Blink and Jeskai Charm. Recasting the Wingsteed Rider and the Swift Spear. That is all fine and dandy by us. They pass a turn into a Sensor Splicer. Now that's a fun one. But we have to keep that Wingsteed Rider a little lower. So swing with Aether Snipe. They take it. Second main phase. Momentary Blink. Bounce you, just time walk them a bit. And yield through the turn. Swift Spear. Wingstead Rider. End of turn, we'll Jeskai Charm put this on top of their, or the Wingstead Rider on top of their deck. Elsha of the Infinite. I think we'd rather just play this Sensor Splicer here, just to get a bunch of 3/3s. Panharmonicon doing work here, looking pretty good. Sensor Splicer, probably could have tapped better to represent more things, but this kind of represents mana drain. So they could try and play around it. And now we have a big beefy board, and Jeskai Charm can help deal the last finishing points. And also gain us a ton of life if we choose that mode with lifelink, or just deal 4 damage to their face. Whatever works. We're probably deciding if they want to just like recast a Wingstead Rider or cast the Restoration Angel. We probably want to cast a Restoration Angel just because it's a much beefier creature to block the 3/3s. With Jeskai, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Panharmonicon has been doing work so far. Like, it's only been getting multiple triggers off of Aether Snipe and Sensor Splicer, but bouncing all of their stuff multiple turns in a row just completely demolished them. So, yeah, we got decent board state. What could they have that could screw us? Like, I guess Prophetic Bolt, Suspend Rift Bolt, but then we could just, or Prophetic Bolt, Lightning Bolt, or Phase, that could definitely kill us. But we know 2 of the cards in their hand, so it's highly unlikely. Yep, they just cast a Wingstead Rider again. Do they have a land for Resto? They do not. Oh, moved combat. Swing with everything? Question mark. Let's swing with everything. Why not? We're gonna gain a bunch of life, and the pump effect might be surprising for them. Plus, if we want to flicker stuff, we can always just flicker the Aerosnake rather than the Splicer to keep tempoing them out. Chump block and eat that. Well, let's tap with the Boiler Works. Creatures get +1/+1 and lifelink till end of turn, so now we go back to a whole big number. To 22, I believe. Yeah, 22 life. They have mana. They cast Last Breath just to get the heroic trigger. Remember when that was in the set, yeah. But sure, why not? Go 22. Yep. And then cast a Smuggler. Go to the turn. And now we have 3 lethal threats. We're at 22, so it's pretty unlikely they're going to kill us. And if we need to next turn, we can always just flicker the Aerosnake to bounce 2 things. So yeah, I think this game's pretty locked up for us. Not sure what they could have. Like, even if they do have a board wipe, we have Elsha to help refuel, and there we go. That's the game. GG's. And now we'll go on. I'll see you all in round 2. Alright, we're here for game number 2. Our opponent is on the play, and this hand is a little slow. With the Boiler Works, it's basically 5 lands. But I think it's still keepable. Like, we got a bunch of early gaming creatures, so should be relatively reasonable keep. Hopefully we draw something like the Smuggler or the Sky Knight, but we'll see. Prophetic Bull might go. This hand is looking pretty aggressive, and a land on the draw is not great. We already have enough of them. Probably, okay, Blood Artist. That's a little scary. Less aggressive, but a little scary. Let's play the Boiler Works now. Bounce the Cryptic Spires. Pass. And discard down to hand size. Just discard a mountain. We could have played just an untapped land, so we don't have to worry about discarding down to hand size, but I think discarding a land is fine here. Oh, now let's watch that bite me in the butt later. Just Cryptic Spires and pass. Like, he basically at this point drew 7 lands, which isn't awful, but it's not great either. Heroic Reinforcements right now is looking pretty medium, but oh well. They swing for 3, can't really do much about that. And cast a Sky Knight on the aggressive. Whoop, play a Plains. And Heroic Reinforcements. Tap with all. If they trade, we're happy. But holding them back isn't going to help. They swing for 6. We go down to 11, which is not good. And a Sensor Splicer. That's pretty decent. Play a land. Move to combat. I don't think we want to attack, just in case they do have removal. So we want to just Prophetic Bolt like the Sky Knight and chump block for now. I'm recording at the moment. Here, just like block. Do we do anything? No. Then we will just Prophetic Bolt this. And Bant Charm. Ouch. Well, they would have had it last turn anyway, so doesn't change that much. This Blood Artist will definitely hurt. Aether Snipe is a good top deck. Let's hard cast that. Cast, and we'll bounce the Sky Knight just a tempo. Like, we can chump block the Chronicler. That's fine by us, but we definitely just need to, like, slow them down a bit. Detain that, that's fine. Swing with the Chronicler. Block. Go down to 6 because dang Blood Artist. Land, you have to find something, so let's go Plains into Elsha. And a Sky Knight on top. That is definitely going to help us. Hopefully. Like, Blood Artist might just kill us though, so who knows. If we can find a Jeskai Charm, that can help us gain a bunch of life. Yeah, what we're really worried about is this Blood Artist about to kill us. And a Dauntless Escort. Ugh. It's not good. And the land on top, so we'll just concede here. They got it. Begin sideboarding against this interesting build. They're pretty aggressive, so throw back in the Guild Mage, cut the Pillage. Actually, is it Charm might be better than Guild Mage here? This is some early removal. And then we'll be on the play here, and we will keep this hand. We can cast Lay of Sky Knight on curve, even with the bounce land. Aether Mage's Touch is looking pretty decent. Let's just cast a Deranged Assistant and pass. Blood Artist, yeah, that's fine. Millikar, we know Sensor Splicer. Just cast a Sky Knight. Play Boiler Works, bounce the island back to hand, and pass a turn. Let's see what they got. Do they got their own Sky Knight? No, MacLeod. Well, that's scary. Let's play a blue-white Cryptic Spires and hold up Aether Mage's Touch. Move combat, swing for 3. They're not attacking with either, so it won't matter. And pass. MacLeod is definitely something scary to watch out for. They cast their own Sky Knight. That is fine. They detain our Sky Knight. Yep. End of turn. Mill, lead Guild Mage. Cast Aether Mage's Touch. And hit a Bloodwater entity. Put them back in any order. Put this on top. Yeah, let's rebuy it. playing islands, we can hold up Blink to flicker this Bloodwater entity before it bounces back to hand. Yeah, let's just go and recast Aether Mage's Touch. Prowess, always yields. Thistle down Liege, okay. Not bad at all. Move to combat. Swing for 4. Put a counter on the chaos, that's fine. They don't block, well, before damage, we'll get one more prowess trigger and momentary blink with Thistle down Liege. So it loses the return to hand. And pass. End of turn, this comes back to hand. And we can keep buying more stuff back. I'll show the infinite to know got milled with the deranged assistant. They pass. Heroic reinforcements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't heroic Jeskai Charm. A little disappointing, but nonetheless looks pretty good. The Crypt expires. Cast heroic. Everything gets a huge buff. Swing with the Sky Knight and my Hasty Boys and the Range Assistant. Damage happens, and then they put a counter. That is fine. They go down to 3, and then Jeskai Charm is nearly lethal. 1 point short. They've also been missing land, so that's also been giving us the upside of this. They pass, and Jeskai Charm, so move to combat. Attack with everything. They block and block. Put a counter. Resolve. Damage happens. Respond to the Blood Artist by dealing 4 damage to the face. And that's game 2 down. Time for the final round. Do we want to bring in another Is It Charm against like Nicaeus-esque or any of their Blood Artist effects? Don't think so. We'll just keep it as is and run it back. Yeah. Thistle down Liege looked pretty good there. And the Aether Mage's Touch, that overperformed. No, normally with Aether Mage's Touch, I've been just a little disappointed with it. Just because of how, like, normally it's not going to be that great. It'll be like, draw a creature card, gets ETB effects, but here we were just able to abuse it so much. And keep drawing more creatures, flickering them. That's what the deck is supposed to do. They just play a land and pass. Full player planes and cast the Deranged Assistant and pass the turn. Probably play the Is It Boiler Works on 4 because we probably want to Aether Mage's Touch on turn 3. Or maybe even 5 because we can sell Beyond Reality if needed. Bam. Nope, just Sky Knight. Sky Knight. Ah, dang it. Mana abilities can't be activated here. That sucks. Just Nephelia Smuggler. Play Boiler Works. Bounce Island. Pass. Like, stopping that mana ability just really hurt there. Obzon Ascendancy. Luckily, we'll be able to exile their Lay of Sky Knight. Panharmonicon. Okay, do we want to wait a bit for Panharmonicon? Like, it'll be fun. You know what? Sure, why not? Let's wait a bit. Panharmonicon. Swing for one. And pass turn. Well, the Sky Knight's definitely a big problem. Let's see, what could we hit? We could hit our own Sky Knight. Bant Charm? Well, that sucks. Oh well. Well, we got greedy and that's what happens. Three, four, five. Let's Aether Mage's Touch now. Get a Sensor Splicer. Ultra Hurler Cryptic. Okay, 3/3. Although it's definitely gonna start hurting. Attack with all creatures. The Sky Knight. End of turn, the Sensor Splicer returns back to hand. We were really hoping for like a Sky Knight or a the evoke that bounces. I forget the name, but sadly we didn't draw it. So oh well. We're just gonna have to exile it because this thing is putting on way too much pressure to let it stick for too long. And Izzet Charm's like the perfect draw. Play a mountain. 2, 3. And hold up the charm. Let's exile you and flicker you so we can get you back untapped. And we mill a Prophetic Bolt of note. And pass turn. Play a land. Magister Sphinx. I mean, that's going to gain us a bit of life, or put them down to 10. So I'm happy about that. Let's shoot the Blood Artist here. It's just going to be too much of a problem with the life. And this Ob's on Ascendancy, though. That's a big problem. Just block here. Take 3. Pass. Like, these spirits, dang. We can play land and cast Sensor Splicer. Put Magister Sphinx on top of their deck. Just guy. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Sensor Splicer into... Put Magister Sphinx on top of their deck. Since if they want to recast it, that's fine by us. We either deal 8 or gain 4. And we gain 4. That's pretty good for us. Block here. Get another Spirit. This Ob's on Ascendancy is hurting a lot. Thistledown Liege. That's a pretty good draw. But I don't think it's helpful at the moment, so just we're okay with letting them draw 1 card. Yeah. Drawing 1 card is fine. We'll top their Sphinx. Put target creature on top of its library. Manager Sphinx back on top. Take 3, go down to 5. And looks like they drew a spell. Let's see what it is. Villainous Wealth? Oh, okay, just Machias, that is scary. We milled a Mole Drifter. Nothing in our graveyard to help us at the moment, so. Flicker, the Sensor Splicer, 4/4. Pass. Mana Leak? That's not helpful. Mill a card. Flames. Cast a Thistledown. It doesn't help. We're just dead on board. Yeah. GG's, Avon Villain. GG's. Next draw was Cryptic Spires, Aether Snipe. Yeah, that's what we were looking for. Well, see you guys in round 3. Here for round 3. I think we can keep this hand because we can invoke the Mole Drifter if needed. We're on the draw against Medjaw, so this hand will need to speed up a bit, but being on the draw can help us find lands. Ugh, Swift Spear is not good to see. So they're definitely going to be an aggressive deck. Cryptic Spires pass. Mono red. Just normal mono red doing mono red stuff. Well, to sideboard against this, we are definitely going to need to bring out as many early creatures as possible. Drog Skull Reaver, if we could ever get into that, that'd be great. We will take it. 15, and they pass. Island and Say Go hold up Aether Mage's Touch instead of casting Heroic Reinforcements for nothing. Oh, okay, so they're missing colors. That's good to know. Aether Mage's Touch, and we find a League Guild Mage. Sure, just a bigger creature than Smuggler. Block the Swift Sphere, eat it, take 2, and our turn. Okay, Pirate's Pillage is great to help ramp. Move to combat, swing for 2, second main phase, island. We just want to play our lands here. I think we discard Heroic since we'll discard Mole Drifter. And then just end of turn, the Guild Mage comes back to hand. And yeah. Travel preparations, so that is scary. Luckily they can't flash it back just yet. But landing the 3/5 with lifelink is definitely going to help things out. Ooh. Sacrifice, add 1. Cast Drog Skull Reaver. Hopefully they don't have like a Path to Exile or something. A Swift Spear. Not a Heroic, a Boar Tusk Liege. Oh no. Let's see. Swing for 5. We're just gonna have to take it. Settle Beyond Reality. Now that is a perfect draw. Swing, gain 6 life. Always yield to Drog Skull. Play land. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we can cast Settle and like Lead Guild Mage, is what we're probably gonna do. Exile you, flicker you, so we now have you untapped. And then cast Lead Guild Mage. And pass. They're down to 1 card in hand. We can flash back the travel preparations, but that's not going to do too much. We're basically, yep, and they concede. We're basically at 14 life with the Drog Skull, or well, really 11 because of Double Strike. So yeah, against an aggro deck, throw in Rift Bolt, throw in Is It Charm. We're definitely going to be too slow for Panharmonicon and Pirate's Pillage. And yeah, everything looks good there. Let's send it back in. On the draw this time, so hopefully we can catch up. We can keep this hand. Land into Swift Spear. We're missing white, which was a problem with this hand, but besides that, everything's looking pretty good. And we got a decent amount of white in the deck, so I'm not too worried about it. If we draw blue source, we can cast Thistle Down Leash, or white source for that matter. We cast a Swift Spear into a Civic Saber. Wow, that's an aggressive card. But, ow, the prowess hurts. Cast Rift Bolt, targeting the foil one because why not? Cryptic Spire is tapped and pass. Here, Burning Tree is definitely annoying. Burning Tree into Might of Old Krosa, wow. This is a fun looking deck. Might of Old Krosa, stronger Lightning Bolt. Now let's hope we just draw White Source. White Source. Ah, dang. Well, I think we might be dead, but let's find out. Another Swift Spear, wow. To equip and swing for 6. Yep, that's game. No white mana. Maybe should have mulliganed more aggressively. But on the play is definitely going to help. Do we bring in the Bondkin instead of the Guild Mage? Or let's cut the leak since it doesn't seem that good against them. Yeah, just throw in the Bondkin. Just a first striker is definitely going to be super helpful. And here we can keep this hand, maybe? Yeah, we keep this. We're going to have to play a Tackling instead of Smuggler this turn to guarantee Range Assistant on the curve. Oh, well, we would have had it anyway, so Range Assistant and pass. Again, we're missing white mana, but this time it's not that big of a deal, considering that most of our hand we can cast without white mana. Burning Tree, hopefully they don't Burning Tree into Burning Tree. Rift Bolt. That's a little annoying. Aether Snipe. We'll cast this with Evoke. And then play the Smuggler. And pass turn. They can bolt probably the Assistant. Oh no, smuggler. That's fine by us. We take 2. And then they cast a young pyromancer. Here, just cast a lead guild mage, play boiler works, bounce, mountain, go to the turn. They probably have pump spells, but we have to risk things at this point. Might have pulled Crosa, yeah, that's fine. Plains, that is a perfect draw. And then now we can cast Lay of Sky Knight to detain the elemental. Let's detain the elemental, because if they want to swing with their young pyromancer and trade with the Sky Knight, we're happy for that. Like, if they do have removal, it would suck for us, but they lightning bolt, hopefully we don't. Yeah, we just pass. Drog Skull Reaver, how close are we casting that? We're 5 mana, so next turn we can cast that? Ooh, I like the sound of that. Let's play the mountain. Tap. Let's tap 1 and spend blue for momentary blink. Lock down this elemental. And then cast a Bloodwater entity and put that on top. They move to combat. They have all spells in hand, we know that for a fact. So that's scary. Definitely blocking here so we can clear out their pump spells and for our Reaver. Ambuscade. That's fine. Annoying, but fine. And they pass. Well, let's cast the Reaver. A 3/5 double strike lifelink is definitely going to hold their board pretty well, even against like a Boar-Tusk Liege. Hissing Iguanar. Yeah, they can't even attack. Thistledown Liege. We can spend only blue. Let's do this now to gain an extra 4 life. Always yield. Always yield. Plain Island. Cast a Deranged Assistant. And pass the turn. Through 28 life, they're probably not going to... Yep, they concede, and we get our 100 play points. Yeah. GG's. Well, that was the first ever video on the channel. I hope you all enjoyed the Double Masters draft. If you do, hit the like button and subscribe. It means a lot to me. This is my first time ever doing this. And I hope to see you all again soon. Enjoy.